Jai Gurudev students. Today I will start another chapter, that is body fluid and circulation. So the first question is that why we need circulation. So first point is cyclosis. Movement of cytoplasm causes uniform distribution of materials inside the cell, which help in pseudopodia formation in case of amoeba. Okay. So that one is cyclosis. Then water circulation. Water circulation is required just to, that is, beating movement of flagella in case of protozoan animals. Then parenchymal circulation. This type of movement is found in the liver fluid. Parenchyma is a interstitial fluid present in between the body organ. Now, the function of the circulatory system. So, what are the function? Transportation of nutrients, transportation of nitrogenous waste, then transportation of respiratory gases, transportation of hormones, transportation of intermediate metabolites, then transportation of heat and water. Now next one is blood vascular or cardiovascular system. So a well developed blood vascular system is present in higher organism and in higher invertebrate, that is invertebrate from annelida to chordata, and the blood is not affected by the change in the environmental factor because of the blood vascular system. So this pointer, these have a thick body wall to prevent the evaporation of water. Blood vessels, these have a higher metabolic rate. Now the histology of blood vessels. A blood vessel is formed of a three-coat, tunica interna, then tunica media and tunica externa. Okay. Now I will show you that is a diagram. So you just see the diagram of the vein, that is the cross section TS, and here that is the artery. The same, both of them are that is the part are same, but here the lumen is very small in comparison with the vein. So that is a difference between the vein and the arteries, that is separate thing. Now that is the tunica interna. So this one is tunica interna in both the cases, tunica interna. Then tunica interna also two layers, endothelium and elastic membrane. So one is endothelium and elastic membrane. This is elastic membrane. Okay, this part is known as elastic membrane and the other part is known as endothelium, and it is tunica interna, and another part is tunica media. Tunica media is this layer. This layer is known as tunica media in both the cases, tunica media, and outer one is known as tunica externa, outer one in case of artery and the vein. So this is the histology of blood vessels. The next most important one is that is capillaries. Actually the capillaries, the artery further divided to a thin arteriole inside the organ, then arteriole again divided into vessels is called the meta-arterioles. This meta-arterioles then divided into the capillaries. Now these capillaries again they rejoin to form the venous venous capillaries, and then venules, and ultimately it forms the vein. So in chain we can artery, then arterioles, meta-arterioles, then capillaries. Okay, and these capillaries, it forms a arterial capillaries, then venous capillaries, venulus, and ultimately vein. Now regarding the types of circulatory pathway, there is a two type of circulatory pathway. One is open circulatory system, another one is closed circulatory system. Generally in the lower organism, in the annelida, most of the molluscans, the blood that finally come out of the blood vessels in the open space, which is called lacuna or the sinuses. And in case of the closed circulatory system, in case of the human beings, and also it is a closed that is circulatory system. It is found in the most of the annelida and the higher organism, vertebrate including the human being. So this is the pathway of the blood circulatory system in the open circulatory system. Heart, aorta, then head sinuses, then leg sinuses, and then perineal sinuses, then perivisceral sinuses, and then pericardial sinus, then again goes to the heart. So this one is for the open type. But in the closed type, heart, oxygenated blood, arteries, then arterioles. Arterioles are divided to form capillaries. Capillaries, exchange of material takes place which contain deoxygenated blood, venulus, then it forms vein, and then to the heart. So two type of circulatory pathway is there. Now regarding the blood group, actually two important and common type of blood groups are ABO blood group and RH blood group system. So Landsteiner in 1901, he confirms the presence of a two type of protein. So two types of protein. One is agglutinous, or which is known as antigen, and another body is known as antibody. Okay, actually the protein is different one, and it is present on the surface of the RBC, and they are the two types A and B antigen. In case of the antibody, and it is present in the blood plasma, it's a protein also, blood plasma, so it is called the plasma factor also. Both A and antigen A and antibody is small a, these are also called anti-A and incompatible, and antigen capital B, its antibody is small b. Acha, okay. Now this one is a one table with the help of which we can easily we can understand the different types of blood group. So blood group A, then in that case the antigen A blood group, then means it is antigen is A plus its antibody is small b, can give to the blood only A group and AB group, and actually AB group is recipient, universal recipient, any type of blood it can receive, and O is donor group, so O can give blood to the anybody. Acha, okay. Next one, it can receive blood though it is a donor, so O and A, and genotype is either it is AA or AO. Same way, in case of the B, antigen is B and antibody is small a, can give blood to B and AB, and can receive blood from B or O, and that is genotype is BB and BO. Next one is AB. So in case of the AB, antigen is A and B both, and antibody is none is antibody, and can give blood to AB group and receive blood though it is a universal recipient, so it is all group, and genotype is AB. Blood group O, here antigen is no antigen is there, so antibodies small a small b, it can give blood to all donor group though, but receive only O, and its genotype is OO. Now the most important question is that ABO incompatibility during the blood transfusion and the pregnancy, and donor with a, suppose one example is given here, donor with a B blood group and the recipient with a blood group, or the vice versa, anyone, the reactions occur. In that case, reaction, if one is A group and another one is B, and blood transfusion is given, then reaction occur, as a result of which coagulations or a clotting of blood takes place, and that block the vessels. In case of the, that is pregnancy also, if female with a blood group carries a fetus with a B blood group, the antibodies of maternal blood enters the that is fetal blood circulation and may destroy the red blood cell. So in that case, it is also fatal. Then RH blood group system. What is RH blood group? This RH factor is an antigenic protein. discovered by the Landsteiner and Wenon in 1940 on the plasma membrane of RBC of that is rhesus monkey, and that's why it is also known as D antigen, and 80% of the human beings it carries the Rh vector, so known as Rh positive, and if they are that is Rh is absent, then that is known as Rh negative. Now, incompatibility in the pregnancy and the blood transfusion, just like that one is ABO incompatibility, and the blood transfusion in pregnancy is also just like the Rh vector. These are the same as that of that one. So this is all about the blood, that is this one type of blood group.